A Night of Champions is over, and Raw finally has its own world champion after Seth Rollins defeated AJ Styles in an instant classic. However, why did the Visionary get the win rather than the Phenomenal One? Join us now as we look at the real reasons why Seth Rollins won the World Heavyweight Championship. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Number 1. Seth Rollins' incredible popularity. There is something to be said for putting a top title on a popular wrestler, and it's difficult to think of any main eventer as over as Seth freaking Rollins. While there are stars like LA Knight who are incredibly over, Knight isn't a main eventer, well, at least not yet, and Rollins' popularity continues to grow. Now that he's world champion, there's no telling how far his popularity will grow. Number 2. The Visionary can work equally well as a heel or a face. The days when world champions travelled from one territory to another are long over, but Seth has a trait many old school champions had: the ability to work equally as well as a heel or a babyface, depending on who their opponent was. If the World Heavyweight Championship is defended as much as the fans have been led to believe, Seth will be very busy defending the belt on TV, at live events, and on PLEs. The WWE could go with the traditional route of face versus heel matches, but only something tells us that the WWE is going to have Seth defend the belt against any worthy contender, regardless of whether they're a heel or a face. That doesn't mean Seth is going to be a heel one week and a babyface the next to meet his opponent. And as we'll see next, Rollins' role right now has him positioned for maximum effectiveness as champion. Number 3. He's the ultimate tweener. Rollins has shown a knack for working well as a heel and a babyface. However, his current run suggests he's something fans don't see too often in WWE, a tweener, a wrestler who has heelish attributes as well as babyface attributes. While there's been talk of Rollins turning babyface since 2022, he's never had any sort of angle cementing a turn, and frankly, he doesn't need to. The WWE Universe is clearly behind Rollins, but he doesn't have to pander to them, nor does he. As Rollins showed tonight, he could work a match against AJ Styles that didn't feature any flat-out rule breaking, but which saw him fiercely fight to capture Raw's new top prize. This type of champion can make for captivating matchups every time he puts the belt on the line. Number 4. Rollins is the WWE's MVP. And make no mistake about it, Seth Rollins is the WWE's most valuable player. Rollins has shown versatility in working with any opponent regardless of styles. Well, no pun intended. Rollins has also demonstrated that he knows how to keep his act fresh. This dates back to when he betrayed the Shield to become the Architect. A more recent review of Rollins' career shows more of the same. For example, whether it was his villainous run as the Monday Night Messiah or his more recent work as the Visionary, Rollins has stayed on top thanks to his willingness to embrace change. He's also demonstrated he can connect with fans on both brands, something which seemed easy to do but which history has shown can often stall a wrestler's career. Consequently, Seth has made it clear he doesn't need a world championship to get over, the mark of a true MVP. Of course, that doesn't mean Seth should have a world championship. Instead, his MVP status makes him the right man to hold the title. Number 5. Rollins loves a challenge. Another factor going into Rollins' favour is that he seems to love a challenge. His career is full of instances where he's taken on any role asked him of, and he has a Herculean task ahead of him, building up a world championship that doesn't seem second best to Roman Reigns' undisputed championship, reminding fans just how exciting it can be to watch wrestlers chase after a prestigious belt. The first thing Seth has to do is to build up the belt's prestige, something which he can only do so much towards achieving as WWE's given him strong opponents with equally strong storylines driving them. It's a daunting task, but the WWE has seen Rollins' work ethic and he knows he's the right person for the job. Number 6. The Monday Night Machine. Seth Rollins' many qualities also include his familiarity and eagerness with the demands of being a full-time wrestler. The Visionary knows what it's like to be on the road night after night, to work with nagging injuries and to deliver his best to the fans, whether he's working in a stadium or a smaller venue. This love for the game is essentially if the WWE wants to create a world championship that fans respect and look forward to seeing defend. Number 7. Seth's not so Superman. As we've shown, Seth Rollins is many things, but one thing he is not is a Superman champion. Rollins has lost his fair share of matches, which makes it more believable for fans to think a challenger will defeat him for the title. That's particularly important as fans have no idea when, if ever, Roman Reigns is going to lose the Undisputed Championship. While fans probably want a lengthy run for Rollins, it's not going to take a series of convoluted twists for him to retain or lose the belt. Number 8. It's a recognition of Seth's status. As obvious as these reasons might be, Seth Rollins was long overdue for a world championship. As noted, he doesn't need one to get over, but as fans have seen before, promotions like to reward wrestlers with world championships. This doesn't mean Vince McMahon puts a world title on R-Truth because he makes him laugh, or he's been a WWE man for many years. However, in cases like Seth, the WWE is a fantastic worker whose assets we mentioned and who's managed to keep himself out of trouble for his entire WWE career. Throw in his reliability and enthusiasm for whatever angle he's put in, whether it's working an MMA style match with Riddle or competing against celebrity Logan Paul. Is there any doubt why WWE chose to honor Seth with the role of being the inaugural champion? Number 9, Seth is a great champion for mainstream publicity. The WWE loves mainstream publicity, which is why they like to bring in celebrities. At the same time, they strive to have champions who are photogenic, are likable, and who seem larger than life. Okay, although Seth isn't larger than life in the sense of big men like Hulk Hogan, Roman Reigns, or John Cena, he oozes charisma and has that je ne sais quoi that makes him a great guest on talk shows. Throw in the family factor of him being married to main eventer Becky Lynch, and you also have an interesting backstory for public consumption. There may be another reason why Seth is a mainstream magnet, his upcoming part in the film Captain America: New World Order. Although no one knows the extent of Rollins' role, any part in a Marvel movie is sure to get him and the WWE some added headlines. Number 10, AJ's best days are behind him. AJ Styles is a 2-time WWE champion, but Styles will be turning 46 on June 2nd. Granted, Styles can still go in the ring, which is an amazing testament to his conditioning and athletic ability. However, the WWE hasn't booked him as world champion caliber athlete in some time. Yes, Styles is still working in main event from time to time, but he's just likely to lose against a top opponent as he is to win, something which isn't the case with Rollins. In this situation, AJ proved an effective contender and the right opponent, but the role of champion would likely have been viewed as a disappointment by many fans. Styles still benefited from his participation in the tournament and the finals. Although AJ came up short, his success could be used to springboard him back into the main event, possibly for a shot against Roman Reigns. And number 11, the Roman Reigns factor. One of the challenges the WWE has with its new world title is a perception that the belt is a consolation prize for wrestlers who have been unable to defeat Roman Reigns, and let's face it, it's been a legitimate concern. Thus, putting the title on any of the other wrestlers involved in the tournament would have devalued the title. However, Seth Rollins is different. He's not one of the many wrestlers who have fallen to the tribal chief. In fact, Rollins holds a win, albeit a DQ over Reigns during Roman's historic run as champion. Not only this, but it opens the door for a title unification match between Roman down the road. But there you have it, folks, the real reasons why Seth was the inaugural World Heavyweight Champion. What you guys think of WWE's decision? Let us know in the comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.